This is the story of the man who shocked the world. Can you imagine running an Olympic marathon barefoot? In 1960, at the Rome Summer Olympics, an Ethiopian soldier named Ibebe Bikila did just that, and he won gold. Get fact. Fact off. Bikila was not a household name before Rome. He was a member of Ethiopia's Imperial Guard, a soldier with a love for long-distance running who was noticed for his incredible endurance while training as a soldier. Running barefoot was nothing unusual for Bikila. It was simply how he'd grown up training on the rough, high-altitude terrain around Addis Ababa. Ethiopia, as a nation itself, was a newcomer on the world athletics stage. And Bikila wasn't even the first choice for the 1960 Olympic team. He was added at the last minute thanks to word of mouth, replacing an injured runner just weeks before the games. With little international experience, he arrived in Rome as a virtual unknown. When he arrived in Italy for the Olympics, the running shoes provided by the team didn't fit. The leather rubbed his feet raw and gave him blisters during short practice runs. Rather than risk bad blistering over the full 42 kilometers, Bikila made a bold choice to run precisely as he had trained since he was a child back home, barefoot. The marathon was scheduled unusually late, starting at 5:30 in the evening and running into the night, partly to avoid the heat of the Roman summer and to create a dramatic backdrop through the city's floodlit streets. It was also the first time the marathon didn't start and finish in the Olympic Stadium. The route wound past Roman landmarks like the Colosseum and the Forum before finishing under the Arch of Constantine. Bikila started the race conservatively, staying tucked in with the leaders. As the race wore on, he began to edge forward. His light, smooth, barefoot stride contrasted with the pounding footsteps of his competitors. He pulled away from Morocco's Radi Ben Abdeslam, using the last uphill stretch to his advantage, crossing the finish in 2 hours 15 minutes and 16 seconds. He set a new world record and became the first Black African to win Olympic gold. The victory was a national triumph for Ethiopia, a country that had resisted European colonization and was now making its mark in global sport. Bikila's performance shattered stereotypes and inspired countless African athletes. In the days after, newspapers worldwide ran photos of him gliding barefoot across the cobblestones. The ultimate underdog to champion story, the headlines wrote themselves. Back home, he was welcomed as a hero. But to Bikila, the race had been as much about personal pride as national glory, proving to himself that he could stand alongside the best in the world. Bikila went on to defend his title in 1964 in Tokyo, this time in shoes, becoming the first man to win consecutive Olympic marathons. But it's his barefoot triumph in Rome in 1960 that remains one of the most remarkable feats in Olympic and sports history. We appreciate you watching. If this story was new to you, hit like and share it. If you knew it already, tell us in the comments. And share your own favorite sports fact. We'd love to feature it in a future video. And don't forget to subscribe for more incredible sports stories like this one.